and runs from the mother with my wall. Came home, now they can monitor them and gone for her. She's gone for about 2 years. Number one. Yes, someone here. 3:35, I'll be around 12. We acknowledge the thing. Go ahead. That's that. That is that. Love you. That's the way. Love you. And for point on this, go ahead. No problem. We're good. Fire for 30:44. 3:35. You say when you got the original call that mom went on a run, but she came back to daughter was gone. Boy, that's what the father does. He's at work about an hour away, trying to make his way home. Careful. C12 Central. C12 was in your house. Number 6. Quite not good. Notify for Rio too. I had him on home as long as he was here on here. That's what emergency may have on. 10-4. You must try to contact let Rio be know and I'll let people on let Rio see my best determination. Point on good. 302 has been notified. He also wanted to dispatch you to be sure to check the house camper, even if they said they aren't on. Yeah, well. Hawkins County Rescue Squad all members, mutual aid request. The Churchill Rescue Squad, raging incidents will be at Mount Carmel. I'm good for one of them. Has it cleared by the time this being just on that. Get one of them. Well, I'm check on every month. 29:49. 29:49. Which direction did you go? On the Mount Carmel, freeway by the church. 49:20. Go ahead. Temple. Temple dispatch 1205. Oh, 1205 begin 97 Mount Carmel Church. 1415 to Central. 1415 to Central. 1415. Does the fire department need to set up a LZ for helicopters? People, that's what we were about to do. What is that? Attention persons, Traditional Fire Department, attention all members, members to respond to Cherokee Hospital. We set up an LZ for Highland. Have approximately 6.8 days. 1402. Alright. 1415 Central. 1415. I'll tell you, it's LZ, I'll have LZ command at this time. Copy. LZ command at Central. Go ahead and sing on and real please. Christiansville Fire Department, Houston, member, car 1415 on scene of the LG, you can speak on your response. LG command to Highland. LG command there on the EMS panel. Yeah. Just available for calls. Would you have a pending welfare check? 41 by itself and 20, 30, 50s and all in. That's all I'm not available right now. Oh, copy that. 306. Yes, please. I heard 34 again. I for each other units. 7 a.m. 40 and 5. What other unit is can I? I'm gonna go. Can I 302 popping on? LZ Command Central. LZ Central. Helicopter shoot the ground. Simple. Your other units to go NA. And while we'll always got you over here to take your county. 2934. 2934. 49 over here with us. You'll be able to reach you. Econ 302. Okay, copy 302. Cancel, there's an appearance line. 10 line. 34 Helicopters back in iron. 1402 and all personnel will be released from the scene after command terminated. Econ Central. Econ. You log in the cab and have a grid with Candus. You know, like.
Hey everybody, good to see you. Let me make sure my message went through to Nana. Thank you so much, Nana. Did I write back to you? I hope I did. You didn't have to do that. Appreciate you very much. Nana, thank you for always being there, here and behind the scenes and all the time. So, and everybody else, of course. So, this live stream, it won't be a long one. a couple hours, but it's not going to be too long because the clip I'm going to share is only about 10 minutes long. So we're going to do some discussing about that. Sarah Wood, I've never dropped my membership ever. I don't know where the link is, but my mods definitely have it. Just ask one of my mods, or they'll hear me anyhow, and they can drop the link for you. And once you join, you can go over to my community post, scroll down just a bit. And as a perk to anyone who joins, you can join Discord, okay? Thank you. So this won't take too long. I expect to be off here by 8:30. Sound good? 8:30, 9 o'clock? Okay. So we're going to talk about a live stream that Jody did. And this was a live stream that I actually took great notice of, but it was the day that Justice for All brought out the news about Jose coming on. And I can't remember if Jose went on that night or if it was the announcement that he was coming on or what. But I remember I went live. Welcome, Sarah Wood. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Margaret. So nobody really noticed that day, I don't think. Some people did, of course. I think there was like 400 or so people. But when that news hit about, I know, Angel, this one's better because the sound, I fixed the sound a little bit. Not as good as AB's. I'm sorry to disappoint him. Not as good as he is with the enhancement of audio, but it's good enough. And you have me here, of course, to tell you what she's saying. But anyhow, so that day when I went live about this, welcome. Is this Ronnie? Ronnie, I recognize. Ronnie, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to our little family over here. So when he had gone live that day, I was like, damn, you know what? I bet you anything, this is going to fall right into the background, right? Because that Jose was big news. There was no debating, like Jose was big news and all eyes on Jose that day. Like there wasn't a damn thing that would happen besides them finding Summer that would take attention away from what was going on over there. So I'm like, we'll see where it goes. But it is something that I've noticed not many people talk about and many people aren't aware that she said. Now, in this clip, and I called it 5:30 in the Southern Driveway because Jody Sue calls her live streams Southern Driveway. She's the Southern Driveway, I guess. If that's the Southern Driveway, I'm going to stay up north, okay? I won't be hanging out in any Southern Driveway if that's the way the South rolls. But I know it's not. Just kidding. So anyway, this live stream, and I did put out a video on it. So I did a live stream way back when it happened. And I also put out a short clip. It was 10 minutes long. Many of you may have seen it, the people here. But if you could share the stream out, if you have like a community post, that would be great because this is something that's actually really bothered me always. And it's always stuck out in the back of my mind. And I've always gone into chats and reminded people that it was said. But the thing is, a lot of people don't really notice. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what I'm talking about because many people didn't hear her and it slipped right by a lot of this community that she said it. Now, I'm not speaking in terms of people who have watched Jody religiously because they know, right? Anybody who has watched, only 200 more people, Dazed and Confused? Hold on a minute. Dazed and Confused is trying to get to 1,000 subs to get a community post, guys. Can you guys sub to Dazed and Confused? Let's see. I'm going to drop their link, and there's 388 people in here. If you aren't subbed to Dazed and Confused, I remember how bad I wanted a community post tab. I didn't care about anything else except a community post tab. All I wanted to do was to be able to share stuff and type. Hold on, let me share out Dazed and Confused. Here you are. So are you only 200 away? It says you are 304 subs. You need more than 200. But here, I'll drop the link anyway. Guys, go sub up to Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused. Sub up, sub up. Oh, you got yours when you had 500? Oh, they must have changed it. Because back when my channel started in 2018, it was 1,000 subs. You had to have 1,000 subs, and you had to have, I believe you had to have your watch hours back then too. Okay, so 500 subs. Guys, sub up to Dazed and Confused. Let's get them to get a community post tab. Good luck, Dazed. I hope that helps. So excited to get my voice out there. I bet. Oh, I know the feeling. I remember just how excited I really was to get a community post. And I was like sharing everything, you know? So awesome. Everybody's going over and subbing. It used to be 1,000 till recently. Oh, okay. So they did change it. Way back when I started, it wasn't that easy. But I got my community post tab pretty quickly, and I was eligible to monetize, I think, after my 4th live stream. And I was only doing drama, but the drama was off the chain, guys. So it wasn't hard to do. You know, creating a YouTube channel and organically gaining subs now is probably much harder, because back then, all you had to do was click on someone in a chat. And now, unless you're a moderator, you can't click on people in chats. Way back then, you could click on people and find their channel right away. Now they make it really hard. So like a mod would have to drop a channel link, or you'd have to have the Google Chrome extension, which I have, but I only have the free trial, so it only lasts for a couple hours a day. It was so much easier back then to grow my channel because of the availability of the channel in chats just by clicking on people, but they did away with that. I'm hoping they bring it back, because that's what YouTube's all about, right? Like clicking on someone, like, let me sub to you. Isn't that what we're supposed to do here? Anyhow, yeah, so it was different. Oh, and Stacy Chit Chats, do you remember when we had the private messages, the DMs on YouTube? It was right in your YouTube. When you opened it, we could private message people as long as we had their channel link. Yeah, you could go right to it and message people. We could actually talk in DMs, and then they did away with that too. So a lot changed. Also, now we can hit the go live button instead of StreamYards with just 50 subs. Nuh-uh, niece, no way. So with 50 subs, you can go live from your phone. Well, that's awesome, because I went live last week and had less people in my chat than Ben. Aw, niece, I missed it. How is Ben? I need to stop by my buddy Ben's channel, Ben Ashworth. He's such a good person. I miss him. You know, I miss a lot of people, actually, sometimes. I worry about Ben. I checked in on him a couple weeks ago, niece. I'm going to say like about 2 weeks ago or so. And he seemed like he was losing his voice, but he didn't seem like he was feeling well. And I just got this feeling like, I hope he's okay. Worry about Ben. So Ben's a sweetheart. Total sweetheart. You guys may see him in here sometimes. He has a wrench in here. He's a moderator. Hi, Flower Power. So yeah, okay, that's great. 50 subs and you can go live, because back then you had to have a PC and you had to have StreamYards to go live under 1,000 subs. Do you know I've never gone live from my phone, ever? For as long as I've had a channel, I've never, ever gone live from my cell phone. And that was like the big deal, right? Oh, I can go live from my phone, and I never did. All right, enough rambling, because I really want to talk about this. So Where was I? Oh, so back to the day that this all came out. Let me see if I can find the stream that I did. I think it was called Jody Sue Heard the Suburban Go Flying Up the Driveway or something like that. I don't know. It was probably something like, let's see, how many subs you got? 370. Guys, click this link, sub. There's 500 people in here. Click on this link. Sub to Dazed and Confused. They cover a lot of Jody Sue stuff. This is their link. Let's get them to 500 subs so that they can get a community post tab. All right. Lindy, welcome to the ballroom. Put your dancing shoes on, girl. So anyhow, I had done that live stream and I was so bothered. I remember feeling so stressed about this out of nowhere, this new piece of information, right? Comes from Jody Sue again. It's had to be a couple months ago. It was when Jose came out. It was either the day Justin announced it or it was the day Jose went on. But for some reason, I feel like it was the day he announced it, but I'm like 50-50. I don't even know. Doesn't matter. Either way, I feel this did fall through the cracks. And so after this live stream, my reactions to the clips that I've put out so far will be complete. And then I'm going to go on to the next batch of clips of things that I've caught, things that stand out to me, things that I have found discrepancies with, and then I'll start all over again. And I'm going to stay doing exactly this because I do feel with all my heart we are closer than we've ever been to the truth. And slowly but surely, the layers are peeling back one by one, by one, by one, by one. I feel very strongly this is the closest to the truth for summer that we've probably ever been here online. So that's just my feeling. Let me find Zip. I see you. Hold on a sec. I've been following you 13 months and you're still speaking truth and facts all these months later. Love and support you, Tiffany Marie. Zippity doodah. Thank you so much. You're always so good to me. And I appreciate you. You never, ever, ever have to send a super chat to tell me you appreciate me. I adore you. I really do. So guys, Zip, if you guys don't know, I wish Zip had a channel because Zippity Doodah actually is a great resource for the missing. The second a missing child hits the airwaves, Zip's got it. It's in my DMs. Please share this out. Stick it in Discord. Zippity Doodah stays so busy. And all the while going through so much because they've got a very heavy load, still make time. They still make time. They always make time to grab those missing children, missing adults, whatever it might be. And Zip is just truly, truly caring and good person. I can't always share them all and I feel bad. I'll go into my DMs and I'm like, shoot, I missed it. It's too late, right? But I try, and usually I'll make a post or whatever. A lot of the missing kids and people that I share, I learn about from Zip. And I don't know if they've got some kind of alert on their phone for every single state or what, but they kill it with alerting me and others. They should start a channel. That would be so cool. Zippity Doodah is a sweetheart. Sweetheart. Hey, Shelby, Tiny Dancer. Let me just say hi to a couple people. We're going to get going. Mrs. and Mrs. Luda, Logan's mom, Jenna Sweet Tea, The Quiz, Rapunzel. Oh, I like that, Rapunzel. Joanne O. Do you have long hair, Rapunzel? Lindy, Lee Marie, Susan Bezio, BS, Nana 5, Angie Carter, Flower Power, Peace from Denise, Happy, 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 Miss Skodarek, Trulia Beach. I like that name so much. Trulia Beach. Water is Life. Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy 65. Tina Bobina. Oh, Tina. Tina likes when I sing to her. Tina, Bobina, Banana, Nana, Bobina. She makes me sing to her all the time. She's so adorable too. She's like, will you sing it? There you go. Till next time. Robin Slack, new member. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. Paris Ritchie. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, everyone. LOL. By the way, my Chihuahua's name is Clementine, and she thought you were addressing her during last night's live. It was super adorable. Oh, my God. Nuh-uh. Shut up. Did you record it? Did you take a video of it? Clementine. Oh, that's so cute. Her dog thought I was talking to... That's a cute name for a dog. Thank you so much for your super chat. Accepted, Dazed and Confused. Okay, let's see where they're at. Hold up. Hold on. Let me see. I'll try here. Try and Dazed. 387. Come on, guys. The heck are y'all doing in here? All right, let's get right to it. Hi, Leanne. Amanda Grace. Tiny Dancer. Mega Pint. Hi, how are you all doing? Lovely. How are you? Deb 420. What's up? Beach Lady. Canadian Cookie. Find Summer's Truth. The Ruse Vixen. I don't know why I got that tongue-tied. Night Stalker. Finally caught up. Good. You're just in time. Robin Slack. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Ray. How are you? What Big Eyes? T-Bori. Morris is my bestie. Sunshine Country Chickens. Forensics Lover. My pity is named Greta Clementine. Okay. So this was just the cover photo of that video that I put. I'll take this down. Let me share. So we're going to talk about Candus Harrer's truck and the Suburban. Now, a lot of people were under the impression that Jody was, speaking of, hey, Sky. Hi, Casper Friendly. A lot of people were under the impression that Jody was talking about the Suburban. And I was one of those people. Now, when I went back through my stuff, and I put this in black and white, I also cut out dead air. That way she can't strike me on it. And I condensed it a little bit and put up the volume. Now, Jody claims... I want to find the exact date that she claimed this. I think that the date is very important. So give me 1 sec. I'm going to find the live stream. It's not too far back. 1 minute. And guys, if my mods wouldn't mind dropping Summer's missing poster every once in a while, you don't need to go crazy with it or anything. Just keep it flowing. And could you please put with her missing poster, before you share the missing poster, will you put National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, Summerwell's missing poster, and in big letters, can you please encourage everybody in chat to share her missing flyer to their social media, Facebook, public, put her name, her information, where she went missing from, and the TBI phone number, please. It's so important to keep her face out there. We've got to get her face all over. And I truly believe in the power of social media, and I'm not talking about YouTube. We're very condensed here on YouTube. It's like one big community. We're not going to spread the word. We're not going to be able to share her across, the whole entirety of the United States or beyond without the use of Facebook. It's not going to be as powerful. Facebook is such a great tool to use, but it's got to be a public post. So when you guys share her missing flyer, just put before it, please share Summer's missing flyer to your Facebook on public and ask your friends and family to share. So make sure that you put that little blurb in there. Sorry, I don't want to make you do too much work, but it's really important people start sharing, keep sharing, and start sharing out her face and her information. Please get her face circulating around again, because I don't think it's really circulating very far anymore, and it needs to be. Just in case she's out there, she could be anywhere. Okay. So, hey, bees knees. So from here on out, just the TBI link and Summer's missing poster. Okay. Those are now that we're starting the live stream, just keep it Summer links. So Lisa 54. I was thinking about that, but I don't have any other social media. That's okay, Juniper. Those who do will make up for it. No worries. Don't worry. So, Jody. Oh, this is what I was doing. Duh. I always get distracted. Jody made this statement very long after Summer's disappearance. Now, I thought it was odd, but I also thought it was important. And it is, because out of nowhere, for Jody to say that she heard Candus Hare's truck go flying up the driveway at 5:30, well, that's not something that she includes in any of her ramblings. That's not something that she includes when she is talking to people. She sticks to the story that she told me up here on my panel, that she walked down the driveway at 6:09, saw Candus, heard her talking to Don. But you never hear Jody ever say that she heard that truck go flying up the driveway at 5:30 anywhere except here in this video. So what's that all about? I don't know. And let me make a statement really quickly. Actually, I'll wait till the end. Because I think that was done to distract, and I'm not going to bring attention to it till the end of this live stream. Okay. Thank you, Dana. Let me just grab the date for this. I'm still looking for it. God only knows where it is. It'll be right here somewhere. The date's important because I had never heard her talk about 5:30 ever until far into Summer's disappearance. So it's concerning. Very concerning, actually. Hold on. Jody Sue heard the Suburban flying up the driveway at 5:30. Now, this was done March 14th. So March 14th, Jody came out and made this allegation. So keep in mind, March 14th. It took her 10 months. It took Jody 10 months. Why? Is it because she didn't feel safe to tell anybody and she didn't want to mess anything up? You have to ask her. We'll have to find out from the horse's mouth. Okay. 10 months it took her. So here we go. We're going to start, and let me see if closed captioning is available on this one. Yay, it is. Perfect. Yeah, she has her own calendar and time zone. So I'm going to start this. The sound should be good. Put your earbuds in, turn up your volume if you're having trouble hearing, and let me know if you have any issues.
So we're gone. Before even running into me and hearing you said about screen at 6:09ish, right? A little after. But if what she means is that she was out running around in hollows and doing whatever else for summer, when I hear that Suburban hit the rocks.
So she starts talking about Candus and how she doesn't understand how she could be talking about leaving, going to look for summer. Then she says, when I hear the Suburban hit the rocks. Hear the Suburban hit the rocks. So out of nowhere, 10 months later, Jody releases that she heard Candace Harer's Suburban hit the rocks. Now, she called it a Suburban, right? A Suburban. That's why my title is Suburban or Silverado, because she doesn't know the difference between Candace Harris truck and the green truck. Now, towards the end, guys, can I just ask, please, real quick? When you share the missing poster, can you put that specific sentence above it? I want to make sure that people know what that link is. So you label it here. Hold on a minute. Let me put in chat how I want it to be written, then you guys can copy me. Give me a second. I'm trying not to get distracted, but sometimes it's hard. Hold on 1 minute. You didn't do it wrong, Stacy. So, guys, I'm going to drop this in the mod chat in Discord so that you can copy and paste. And don't go crazy because all the mods don't have to share it. If you guys want to rotate, just keep it in chat every couple minutes. That's all. So let me go put it in the YouTube mods. I'm going to put it in there. You can copy and paste so that you don't have to. Here we go. I just dropped it in there. So you can just hard press copy, and then stick it in chat. But if you see that another mod just shared it, you don't have to share it. I don't want it to like be spamming the chat or anything, but let's just keep that there and keep encouraging people to share it to their Facebook on public. It's got to be on public or else people won't be able to share it. Okay, where was I? Okay, so let's start over. I got distracted and I apologize.
Yeah, I'm saying somewhere we're gone. Before even running into me and hearing me say about screaming at 6:09ish, right? A little after. But if what she means is that she was out running around and
She says, but if she means that she was out running around in hollows, because she apparently didn't see that happening, but she tells people Candus was running around door to door talking to neighbors. Why bring up the Suburban specifically? Misty C, great question. She refers to it as the Suburban the whole time. The whole time until the very end, you'll hear her say, Grandis's truck. That's what she says. So which is it, Jody? Is it the green Suburban that Don stood in front of with Brian Enton on News Nation when he was down in the field next to 110? Or was it Candace Hare's Silverado that you heard hit the rocks at 5:30 p.m.? You would think someone as hyper vigilant as Jody would know the answer to that, right? You would think someone like Jody would remember if it was a Suburban that she, according to Don, had access to and was allowed to drive and use their vehicle. Or was it Candace Hare's truck? Silverado, Suburban, green, silver. It's not hard, right? It shouldn't be hard. So she talked about how it hits the rocks at 5:30 p.m. Well, you left that part out for 10 months. Hey, Selena.
hollows and doing whatever else for summer when I hear that Suburban hit the rocks.
When I hear that Suburban hit the rocks.
Now, why the hell would you be doing that? But you hadn't searched property then yet either.
She knows Candus didn't search her property. How did she know that, right? This is a question we've been asking. Jody says Candus did not search her own property. How would Jody know Candus didn't search her own property? These are the questions you've got to ask and stay on asking when you go in her chat. How would Jody Sue know that Candus did not search her property? Was she there to witness that? One has to wonder.
You still, and then if that's the case, then when you do come back, right? Because remember, what I hear is her going up.
Now, she's talking directly to Candus because she says, now, when you do come back from where? Where is Candus coming back from? I thought she didn't leave. You just said, not even 1 minute ago, that Candus didn't leave and go searching in the hollows. Now you're saying she came back. Came back from where? And which direction did she come back from? Has anyone ever heard Jody talking about Candus coming back? I've not. Why did you get put in timeout for saying that you couldn't hear? Because I literally just got through telling everyone how to hear the live stream. Go to a quiet place, put in your earbuds, turn up your volume, and I'm also here to translate for you. So nobody should really need to write in my chat that they can't hear Jody. I've been playing Jody for 10 months here, and when I see people say they can't hear, I just time them out. Sorry, nothing personal. It's not personal at all. If you can't hear, turn up your volume. I can't help you with that. Go to a quiet room. And please don't ask why you were timed out.
The damn driveway. That's what I'm getting ready. So if I hear that, that means another 30 plus minutes goes by. And still no property search. Then I hear that. That means another, what I hear is her going up the damn driveway. You still, and then if that's the case, then when you do come back, right? Because remember, what I hear is her going up the damn driveway.
So Jody says, what I hear is her going up the damn driveway. So she heard, this is interesting, right? How would she know that it was Candus going up the driveway? How did she know it's not Candus Harrer going up the driveway? How does she know it's not somebody else going up the driveway? She specifically says that it's Candus going up the driveway at 5:30 p.m. She refers to it as suburban. How would she know it was Candus driving? All these things that Jody says tell a story, because she actually, if she's being honest, which I don't believe she is, there's a little bit of truth in all the lies, right? But she gives it all away because she talks so much. She tells the story without even saying. She's already said Candus was the one driving the vehicle that hit the rocks at 5:30. She's already called it the Suburban instead of the Silverado. She's already said Candus did not search her entire property before she laid eyes on her. Those are three pretty major things, if you ask me. And we've only been listening to this for less than like a minute. So where we leave off is her saying that it's Candus going up the damn driveway.
That's what I'm getting ready. So if I hear that,
that's when I'm getting ready, she says. So at 5:30, when she claims to hear Candus going up the damn driveway, she's getting ready. She says she was getting ready at 5:30. Anybody here have anything to say about Jody getting ready at 5:30? 5:30. So, did I say Candus? I think I said Candus. Jody says she was getting ready at 5:30. You were getting ready at 5:30? I thought you were getting ready after that. And then I thought you were getting ready before that. 3 different stories we have of her getting ready. 3 different stories. 3 different time frames that she was getting ready. When were you actually getting ready? Because now you're saying you were getting ready at 5:30 also.
That means another 30 plus minutes goes by.
That means another 30 plus minutes go by.
And still no property search.
Okay, so another 30 whole minutes go by and still no property search. No. What the fudge says, she was waiting at the bottom of the hill at 4:30 waiting for Andy. Candus is the one that said she ran into Jody at 4:30. That's when Jody had a real problem, okay? Then Jody said she was headed down the driveway at 6:09 because that's the last time she texted Andy. She had to text him before she left her house because she was going to lose signal to text. So Jody's story has always been, well, first it was 6:08. It was 6:08 for the longest time. Then she changed it to 6:09. What reason? I don't know. Maybe she messed it up. I was a little irritated about that change, even though it was 1 minute, because I don't like when people change their story. I don't care if it's a minute or not. So that actually pissed me off when she changed the time on that, because she drills it into your head and then she changes it. So Jody said she was headed down to meet Andy and wait for him at 6:09, not 4:30. Candus is the one who said, she's the one that slipped out and said 4:30 was when she saw Jody.
Then at 6:09, still no property search.
So wait a second, because she just said 30 minutes later, 5:30, 30 minutes later, there was no property search. Then she says 6:09, still no property search. Well, what's the difference between 6 o'clock and 6:09? You understand what I'm saying? She was up. Well, we don't know that, Canterbury, so I can't read it out loud. Right? How can she know where Candus isn't unless she's with Candus? Yes, bees knees. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get to, because Jody seems to have, all the information and all the facts on where Candus was and when. She didn't search her whole property. She didn't search the property. How do you know that, Jody, if you weren't with her, if you didn't see her? You don't. You don't know. Or do you? Sounds like you do. Anyhow, to me. What time is it when she said she was planting flowers? She never said she was planting flowers. Kim Holmes, Jody never said she was planting flowers. She was going down to mess with her flowers. She said that she needed to mess with them. But there were no flowers. She also says that when she left 125, she dug all the flower beds up and took the flowers with her, like took the bulbs with her. In the middle of the night, she went out there, she said, and she ripped all the flowers out of the earth and took them with her. Hold on. I have to read something. To the person that just emailed me, can you tell me the name of the person? Can you include the name of the person? Thanks, hon. Grace Green thinks Jody is protecting herself and her adult son. Possibly. Road Less Traveled says, out of all that she heard, why didn't she hear when Summer came home? She said the hill was quiet at that time. Yeah, great point. So if everyone was outside during these time frames, 4:30, 5:36, when exactly was Summer supposedly taken? T. Bory, comment of the year. What is this? Hold on a minute. All right, guys, give me a second. I usually don't open emails. This is why, but hold on. Thank you to the person that sent me that. Okay. Susan Bezio says they think she was with her. Scooter, I've been watching the live stream. Girl, you've been on fire. My brain is on fire, it seems. T. Spearcy's taking notes. Oh, T, listen, I'm so sorry I missed your stream last night. Something else was going on. Not that I wanted to be there, because I didn't. I would have much rather been on your stream. I'm going to share her stream out right now in the chat. Guys, if you missed this like I did, I have to catch up on this. I'm so sorry I missed it. This is last night's stream from T-Spiracy. Put it on your watch later. This is from last night she did. Check it out. That's T-Spiracy's live stream. A Wrinkle in Crime. Thank you so much. Welcome to the ballroom. Put your dancing shoes on. Thanks for typing in here, T-Spiracy, because I was thinking about sharing that link earlier before, and I completely forgot. So, all right. You think she knows exactly what happened? Yeah. Hey, Ink. I don't believe there was a scream, says Stephanie Michelle. I always believed Jody about the scream. Always. Never doubted her at all. And now I do. Cryptocurrency Carlos says that's odd. Agree. Agree. Okay. Hey, sissy. All right, so we're going to get back to this. So she talks about there being no property search a half hour before 6 o'clock. And then she talked about there not being a property search at 6:09. Why is she referring to no property search at 5:30 and no property search at 6:09? It doesn't make any sense to me. So she references two different times when it comes to searching the property. That stands out to me weirdly.
until I and the boys go left, and I.
So she says there was no property search until I and the boys, and she stops herself and then says the boys took the left. So why did she stop herself there? I want to know. I really want to know. There was no property search until I and the boys, and then she stopped what she was going to say. Then she says the boys go left. You have to listen to her every single word. You really do, because otherwise, you're never going to understand her regardless. Peace from Denise. Maybe she was watching the boys. Maybe.
I go around with the other neighbor to the other side, and we're searching. But yet you're running around again. This time you're on the phone with Dawn. You're coming down the drive.
This time you're on the phone with Dawn. This time. So here she references 2 different times for searching. Then she also references Candus. This time you were on the phone with Dawn. Jody, did you see Candus before 6:09? Because right here in this, you did. Let's listen to this again. Listen real close. She tells on herself without even meaning to. Yeah, she might be lying, but we're just going to take it as truth, okay? Since she's saying it, and this is her account of what happened that day, we're going to take it as her truth. We're going to pretend Jody Sue is on the stand and her hand was to the Bible, because this is about summer and no one should ever be discussing what happened that day unless they're telling the absolute solid truth. She just said she ran into Candus twice or saw Candus twice in not so many words. She said, this time you were on the phone with Dawn. Please tell us what time before this time you saw her or you were with her. Guys, press her for this information. Please get on her ass about these things.
What? That's what I'm getting ready. So if I hear that means another 30 plus minutes goes by. And still no property search.
Still no property search. So hold on. Even the first time frame she references, she says still no property search. Still no property search. Still no property search. The first time you reference, what happened before that? So now I'm even catching, now that I went back and listened to it again. Still no property search. Jody, this is crazy. Let's listen to it again.
That's what I'm getting ready. So if I hear that.
That's when I'm getting ready. Okay. 5:30. She says she was getting ready at 5:30. That's when I was getting ready. I'm writing something down. Hold on a minute. So 5:30. That's when I was getting ready.
That means another 30 plus minutes goes by. Right, so I hear that.
She also says that's when we get ready. We get ready. That's when we get ready. So I just got something else.
Remember, what I hear is her going up the damn driveway. That's when I'm getting ready. So if I hear.
So she hears her go up the driveway. That's when we're getting ready, she says. It was 5:30.
That means another 30 plus minutes goes.
That means another 30 plus minutes goes by from the time she was getting ready at 5:30, which puts it around 6 o'clock. Follow this, because unless you really hone in on it, you don't even catch this stuff. So she goes from 5:30 when she's getting ready to 30 plus minutes later. That's where we're at now.
And still no property search.
Still no property search. Still means there wasn't before either, right? So what time did you notice there was no property search before this time frame? Still no property search. That means she's referencing in her mind, she's thinking back to something previous. Still no property search at 6 o'clock. Still no property search. Where is the still coming from? Getting ready means hotboxing a Virginia Slim. Yeah. Maybe. You're funny, blind Binda. But she didn't know Andy was going to be late. She should have been ready. Selena, that's a really good point. I never thought of that. That's great point. But she didn't know Andy was going to be late. She should have been ready. Sage burner, yes, it's another parallel to Dawn's 5:30. So she says she hears the truck go flying up the Wells driveway at 5:30, and Dawn says, no, he didn't call 911 at 5:30. He said 5:30 is when he got the call, right? Am I nuts? I'm a little rusty for some things. It wasn't the 911 call, right? Or was it? Wait, bye. Was it the 911 call that he said was at 5:30? I thought it was when he got the call. Hey, Gavel. Good to see you, hon. Andy said he's going to get a drink. Yeah. Still no search. That's what I'm saying, Canadian Cookie. Still no search. What time did Andy send the message that he would be late? Luda, go to the text message video that I put out. Someone ripped and didn't link again, didn't link where they got the fucking thing from, but whatever. I'm not even going to say anything about it. I'm so over these people. Luda, go grab that text video and scroll right through it. You'll see what the time was. I can't look at this very second, but the fact that she says, hey, Krama Mama. Hey, Tiffany in chat. Sorry, I was in a meeting with my geek friends. Krama Mama, you and Jenny, if you could rewind back like 15 minutes and just two-speed it, I'd love to know what you think or if you've caught on to any of the things that I'm talking about, because this one really bothers me. So did anybody answer me about, Don said he thought he called 911 at 5:30, but others tried to tell him it was 6:30. Well, I'll be damned. I thought that's when he said that he got the call from Candus was at 5:30, not that he made the call at 5:30. Okay. Is that right? Why am I drawing such a blank on that? Okay, either way, I believe you guys. I gotta go back and listen to Don. I haven't listened to Don in so long. But so she says that's when I was getting ready. 5:30, she was getting ready. Then she says at the same time she was getting ready that she heard Candace Harris' truck go up the driveway. Now, why didn't she mention that before if that's the case? If that's true, why wouldn't she have included that in her whole scream, hearing a sound, hearing a scream, but she leaves the truck going up the hill at 5:30 out, changes the time that she was getting ready. No. Something's wrong. Something is wrong here. Then she says that a half hour later, the property still wasn't searched. So a half hour later means 6 o'clock. Still wasn't searched. That bugs me because that means something happened prior to that where Jody's going to say the property wasn't searched at a previous time. Well, what exactly was the previous time? If it still wasn't searched at 6, what was the time before that? We need clarification.
Then at 6:09, still no property search.
So 9 minutes later, because she said a half an hour plus, 30 minutes plus. Now she's saying 6:09, still no property search. So we've got 5:30, and I'm going to repeat myself and drill it into your head so you remember exactly what she says. 5:30, she's getting ready, and she says she hears the truck go up. Okay? She says 30 minutes plus, there's still no property search, as if something happened previous. Then she says at 6:09, still no property search. What do you mean still? So we have two stills here. Still means something previous took place. She says it twice. She says it about 5:30 p.m. with 30 minutes plus, which puts that 6 or 6:09. Then she refers to 6:09 saying, still no property search. You understand? So this is a problem. How many things I've caught? Maybe 5 different things, and we've only been listening for literally a minute or 2. Hey, Penny. Hey, Wake and Bake. Candus arrived home at 3:10, 3:15. No, Wake and Bake. So let me say something really quick. Now, I want you to think about this for 1 second, because I try to always catch stuff like this. When you say Candus arrived home at 3:10, 3:15, we don't know that for certain at all. Your comment is based off that 3:09 photo. We don't know if that photo was taken that day. Do I think it was? Possibly. Pretty good chance it was. But Ansley Daniel, when I spoke with her, told me we don't include that in our timeline. That picture is not included in our timeline, denied even knowing about it. So we can't say Candus got home at 3:10, 3:15 because we don't know what time Candus got home truly. We only know what people have said. You know what I'm saying? So we can't go off the 309 photo in reference to what time Candus got home now. If the 309 photo is correct, then it would be around 3:15 that she'd be pulling in the driveway because it's about 4 minutes from that spot to 110. So it'd be right around 3:15. Now, remember, you also add into the mix that all of a sudden, 10 months later, Candus made a stop somewhere else, 2 other places. That got added in. So we can't say what time Candus got home because none of us know. We don't know what time she got home. You know what I mean? Jody Sue heard a scream at 4:42. So Jody Sue says she heard a scream between 4:30 and 4:42. So it's a 12-minute window, according to Jody and what she says. So wake and bake. Don't think I'm like yelling at you or anything. I just want to make sure that we keep it honest. All right. Always. And remember that what you've been told, what you've seen, careful with what you believe because these people are all lying. All of them.
Until I and the boys go left, and I go around with the other.
So she says there's still no property search until I and the boys go left and I go around with the other neighbor. So, the property wasn't searched until Jody got there. Oh, okay. Jody, the savior of all. Somehow she knows Candus did not search her property. And she references 2 different time frames. 30 plus minutes from 5:30 and then 6:09. And in both instances, she says still wasn't searched. So at 5:30, she said she's getting ready. 30 plus minutes later, still wasn't searched. 6:09, still wasn't searched. Still is the key word here that I'm stuck on and I have a problem with.
To the other side, and we're searching, but yet you're running around again.
Okay, so now she says that the boys took the left. She went around the other side with the neighbor, and Candus is still running around again. Not still running around. See, I just said still because I said so many times. Because she's, you're running around again. Now, what do you mean she's running around again? So still and again. Those are really important words. So Candus is running around again. But you just said a minute ago, she didn't go anywhere. She wasn't driving up and down hollows. She wasn't going anywhere. But before you said you saw her knocking on neighbors' doors. How is it possible that she didn't go searching anywhere or go anywhere in the hollows, driving up and down, searching around, And then in the next sentence, in the next breath, you say, you're running around again. So you are admitting you saw Candus running around. Running around is what I believe it means. Running around to me means she was going around looking, knocking on doors like she said in the beginning. But in this clip, for some reason, she forgets that she said Candus went knocking on doors and talking to neighbors. Now she says, there's a lot jam-packed into this clip. That's why 9 minutes is totally going to take an hour. So first she says Candus Candus didn't go searching in any hollows. She didn't go around anywhere. Then she says, you're running around again. Running around again? Again? I thought she didn't run around at all. I thought she didn't go anywhere. But before that, you said she did go knock on neighbor's door. So which is it? You're running around again means you saw her running around the first time. When was that? We need to know. Like, we need to know what you're talking about, Jody Sue, because we've got all these conflicting statements from you. You're telling us she didn't run around looking for Summer. Now you're saying she's running around again. Again means you have knowledge of previously her running around.
This time you're on the phone with Dawn.
This time you're on the phone with Dawn. Oh my God. I want to pull my hair out. So this time you're on the phone with Dawn. I thought that was the first time you saw her at 6:09, right, Jody? When you walked down your driveway and heard Candus coming down her driveway driving her mom's truck. Where's the motherfucking TBI? Hello. So this is a problem. All of these things are a problem to me. This time you're on the phone with Dawn. What other time was there that you saw Candus before? You're admitting you saw her before 6:09 multiple times in multiple different circumstances that you're explaining. This time you were on the phone with Dawn. Oh, what happened the time before that?
You're coming down the driveway. Well, why in the hell couldn't the cops been called up there?
She's asking, why couldn't the cops have been called up on top of the driveway? How do you know that the cops weren't called up on top of the driveway? Jody, there's admissions in your statements right here, right now. Why couldn't the cops have been called up there, right? Up there. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because you had cell phone service good enough to call Dawn.
Because you had cell phone service good enough to call Dawn. I thought she was hooked up to Wi-Fi or satellite, Jody. Weren't they on the phone on Messenger? Yes, gray screen. I believe so. So wait a second. Jody says you had good enough service to call Dawn. Really? We didn't know that. We didn't know that. We thought that Candus was on Messenger talking to Dawn and she was hooked up to her internet. So which is it? Did she call Dawn on his cell phone? Is that why they never dropped the call? Because we know there's no going home from Jonesboro, Tennessee to Beach Creek without dropping service on a Facebook Messenger call. But if you were on the phone and not on a Facebook Messenger call, then service may not drop. I drop service driving through my own area sometimes on a solid cell line, right? So Jody's saying Candus had good enough service to call Dawn up on the hill. She didn't need service, right? You said she was on the internet and hooked up to the internet. And she wants to know why Candus didn't call the police up on the hill. So there you go. What do you take away from that?
All the way down driveway, all the way into like I don't understand.
Let's hear that one more time. She's about to say all the way down the end of the road, all the way up the driveway, and then she's about to say road, and she stopped herself. Jody, you've been lying, girl.
Because you had cell phone service good enough to call on. Because you had cell phone service good enough to call on. Because you had cell phone service good enough to call on. All the way down that driveway, all the way into like I.
So all the way down the end of the driveway and to the end of the road. Jody knows. She's saying it right here. She knows Candus had service good enough to call Don at the end of the driveway and down the end of the road.
I don't understand. I don't understand a damn bit of. And then I assume, that what I hear is when all the other events occur, right? I assume that that's when she's making the call, that I've been told exists. That what I hear is when all the other events are occurring, right? I assume that that's when she's making the call, that I've been told exists. So I just don't say anything. Like, I just assume cops are in because that is when the first call was placed. So then until I hear otherwise, I don't know that's not the case. And then for a while, I'm like, well, they're keeping it back from public, the first call. But then it's like, wait a minute. There's no way. There's no way. So now I'm left like, well, what the? And I just don't know. How in the hell are you so certain she's gone? And if you're certain it's the case to be looking for at 5:30, then
She's talking about law enforcement keeping certain details back from the public, real rockin' Robin.
there's no way. So now I'm left like, well, what the? And I just don't know. How in the hell are you so certain she's gone? And if you're certain that's the case to be looking for at 5:30, then
5:30. She says she says that Candus was looking for Summer at 5:30. So that's because she's relying on this driving up the driveway at 5:30. Looking for her at 5:30 because she heard, according to her, she heard the Suburban. She calls it the Suburban the whole time until the very end when she corrects herself and says Candy Hare's truck. She's saying 5:30, if she went flying up the driveway, she may have been searching for Summer at 5:30. That's what she's referring to here. Hold on. Muscles and Mascara says, I strolled through there not long ago and paid specific attention to self-service. One spot wasn't great. I had service the entire time, just faded in and out a little for calls. Okay, Muscles, thank you. I'm coming through comments, hold on. Candus said she threw her phone down in the back of Don's truck. Well, she said the truck, right? I don't know if it was Don's truck or it could have been her mother's truck if the hatch was open. So she never said Don's truck, right? She said the truck. I threw the phone in the back of the truck. We just assume it was Don's truck or her mother's truck, and used her mom's AT&T phone to call 911 and on at 6:30 and Don at 6:30. Carol, are you just coming in? I'm only asking because we did just talk about this a little bit ago, like about maybe 40 minutes ago almost. So guys, if you're just coming in, I'm not even saying this to like be an asshole. I'm being for real. Go back and listen to the beginning. It's super important. Like every piece of what we're doing right now is so important. Put it on 2-speed and get caught up so that you can jump in, because seriously, like we need a meeting of the minds here where it comes to this particular situation, because she is admitting to having knowledge of seeing Candus running around, all right, pulling in the driveway or flying up the driveway at 5:30 in her mother's truck. How did she know it was Candus in that truck? How did she know that? The only way to know that is if you saw her with your own eyes driving up the driveway in that truck. All right. She's also saying that they still hadn't searched the property when she was getting ready at 5:30, which is also not the time she said she was getting ready, but now in this clip, she was getting ready at 5:30. So she says at 5:30 when I was getting ready, 30 plus minutes, they still hadn't searched the property. Then she says at 6:09, they still hadn't searched the property then either. And what was the other one? Hold on, there's one more. I was just talking about it. Anyway, please rewind and listen to what she's saying. There's so much jam-packed into this, even just a couple minutes that we've gotten through. Jody is I always thought Jody was smart, right? I'm like, she rubs me as street smart. You know how people like come off as really, really dumb when it comes to like street smarts? Then you've got people who you think are definitely street smart. I'm like, yeah, Jody's pretty street smart, I would think. Nah, bitch, you're not smart. You're not smart at all. You're not smart at all. You talk too much. Keep talking. It's the best thing you could possibly do for Summer. Keep talking. Keep lying. Keep telling on yourself. She has no smarts about her. Guys, do me a favor. I'll get into like brainstorming and everything after, but let's really pay attention and focus to the words she's saying. I might not catch everything. You guys might catch things that I don't catch. Please listen to what she's saying. Like, I know the live chat things can get distracting, but let's like really, really listen. Because if I'm missing something, I want you guys to catch it. I want someone else to catch it, okay? Because I don't always catch everything. Sometimes it takes me going back like 6 times and I hear something different every single time. I'm like, how the hell did I miss that? You know what I mean? So listen closely to what she's saying. Focus on what she's saying. We'll brainstorm in a little bit. Because there's so many comments that I see where people are like asking, I can't answer like questions right now, but I will. So keep like any questions you might have, because I'm not going to be, I'll lose track. I have not looked down at my chat because I will get distracted. When I'm doing these streams about Jody, I can't get distracted or I'll lose all my thoughts.
But I mean, I just didn't assume this piece where I hear the Suburban hit the driveways and anything big. I figure it's the cops holding something back.
So she figured that the Suburban, as she calls it at this very moment, hitting the driveway at 5:30 was something that the cops were holding back. And that's why she didn't say anything sooner. Well, what would make you think that, what was the date? March 14th? Why was March 14th the day that it was okay to talk about it? What transpired? I want to know what transpired on March 14th that allowed you to speak of this and you no longer figured that the cops were holding something back. What made you bring this tidbit of information out suddenly on March 14th? Were they not holding this information back any longer? Did they tell you that, Jody?
I figure it's something. Then there's all these other little pieces, come in and you realize with timing it's not. But the first calls probably did truly not come in until 6:21, 6:23.
So she says, but the first calls probably did truly not come in until 6:21, 6:23, and 6:26. So she references 3 different times: 6:21, 6:23, and 6:26. Those are the times that Jody references here in this video. She does it a couple times. What would make her think anything different is my question. Did she think there was a call before that? Because I've always said 6:26. 6:26 has been the time that I received way back when. I know 6:23 has been thrown around quite a bit too. I just say 6:26. So Jody throws into the mix 6:21. Where 6:21 comes from, I have no idea. Only she knows that.
And there's a good possibility that Dawn was actually lied to in that. And there's a good possibility that Dawn was actually lied. And there's a good possibility that Dawn was actually lied to, and that sound and tone you hear in his voice is absolute. And there's a possibility that Dawn was actually lied to, and that sound and tone you hear in his voice is absolute.
Did you hear her voice when she said that there was a possibility that Dawn was actually lied to? What is that? Why does she have that reaction to saying that? Did you lie to Dawn, Jody? Karen Anderson, are you reading my mind? Are you telepathic? So We'll talk about that later. Let me write myself a note about Don and Jody, actually. I think she keeps trying to move the call times to make her crap fit, just like it was 6:30 when Andy and Don got there, and now it's 7-ish. Where did she say 7-ish, Jenny? What did I miss? She said 7 now? Oy vey. Because she knows Don was lied to, says Grey Screen. She would be a great neighborhood watch. Selena, would you want her watching over your neighborhood? Hell no. She better not move into my neighborhood. Jesus. You don't want Jody around. Hide your kids. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Hide your friends' kids. Hide all the kids. Good Lord. She's at 7 now. What do you mean? When the hell did she say that? Wow, see, I must really be under a rock the last couple of days. So she's at 7 now. Jenny, when did she say that? Which stream? How recent did she say that at? If you don't mind. You probably went over it and I didn't even know. I've missed some streams over the last couple of days. I've kind of had a couple hectic days. So if her last conversation with Andy was at 6:09, why did she not tell Andy any of this? We don't know. That's like a really common question a lot of people are asking. So you're not alone in your thought. I think Jody Sue made the call to 911. Apparently she is not. But listen, remember back to Ronnie Lawson. Ronnie said Summer's parents called. He never said a neighbor called. He said her parents called. Plural. So I thought the same thing, Trish, because I was thinking, okay, maybe Jody's the one that called, right? But Ronnie said it was Summer's parents. Now, we won't truly know until we hear those calls, if we ever hear the calls. I hope one day they will make them public. I respect that they've got to do their job. It's crucial to their investigation, I would imagine. Imagine if she made a call and said she was Candus. Who knows? Anything's possible. I don't particularly think Jody called, but if she did, I don't even know. Days, hide your cigs. You're so funny. Muscles and Mascara is very local, right? And she's been in these chats since hour 1. She says, I swear, Jody Sue, you are the absolute most disgusting human being ever. You're sick. Hide your husband. Yeah, I guess. Hide your husband if he's into that. But hope not. Right after Summer came up missing, Jody Sue was riding around with Don, and she was talking about him doing lives in his car while she was with him. I heard Jody Sue say she got rides from Don and she felt safer riding with Don than she did with Andy, but I might have missed her saying that. Also, I took someone's wrench and I can't remember who it was. Someone fell asleep on their wrench yesterday. Does anybody remember who that was? Because I don't want anybody to be in here thinking it wasn't Luda. I gave Luda hers back. Someone else, it's just hit me now. I think I had to take another wrench. So if someone's in here who normally has one that doesn't, I can't remember who it is. I know I'm not crazy. I swear I took someone else's wrench yesterday when I was live. Okay. So let's see. Did he answer me? Let me see something. Hey, Cat's Eye, how are you? Oh, yes, BS. It was Jenny's Cuddles and Kisses. Yes, it was. Thank you so much. I do remember it now. Oh, but that wasn't because they fell asleep on their wrench. That was a different situation. I can give it back. I don't know if has she been in here? Is she in here today? Hey, Lippy. The most brilliant thing would be to use vids and unreliable witness and say happened on June 15th and have an 11-day lead in front of the cops and your electronic data matches the script. Carol, I'm afraid of a lot of the time sometimes do think about things like that. Her mom's truck is open in the back. Their Suburban has doors, I believe. Well, her mom she has a cab in the back with a cover on it. So, what do you mean her mom's truck is open in the back? Yes, the Suburban has the double doors. So, oh, there you are, Jenny. Hold on. Jenny's Cuddles and Kisses. Give me a sec. Where are you? Where are you? Let me give you your wrench back. Now, you know the deal, girlfriend. Okay. Italia. Hey, Italia. It's a camper top on the back. Oh, okay, that's what it's called. Camper shell on the back of Grandis's truck. Yeah. It's not open. Yeah. So Candus Harrow's truck is not open in the back. It's got the topper on it. That's what it was. I don't know what those things are called. I apologize. If Scouts Boo, if Jody Sue is telling the truth about hearing C yell, what did you do at one of the boys? Could that have been about one of the boys calling 911? Ooh. Which would have forced C to call D and then 911 herself. Scouts Boo, I've never even thought or correlated those two things. That's a great question. What a brilliant mind you have. Great. That's a great comment. Thank you for your input because I could never understand when Jody said that Candus said, what did you do? What did you do? What do you mean? So, and it doesn't fit, right? Because if something happened, there would be no way to cover it up in that amount of time. Why would she be yelling at the boys, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? If Summer was gone. What did you do is a comment like you're looking at something someone did. Right? So we'll just use spilling a can of paint. Your kid tips over a can of paint and they're painting all over themselves with their fingers. And you come in and you're like, what did you do? Right? That is because you're visually seeing something somebody did. But what did you do is not a comment that you would make to your kid if there's nothing there to see. Wouldn't she be saying, where is Summer? Where is Summer? Where is Summer? Where is Summer? Do you know where your sister is? Instead of, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? So, great comment. I never even thought of that. If those boys are on the 911 call, I'll die. I pray that that is not the case. But if it is, and we don't know that, right? God bless whichever boy that was, of course, all of them, but Summer needs someone to have her back, huh? I think their brothers will, and I think that they do. Scouts Boo, you've really got my wheel spinning here. I've never even thought of that. Prayers for the boys, please. Jody Sue said boys were playing while looking for summer. Why be playing if summer could have been found? Wait, what? Jody Sue said boys were playing while looking for summer. Why be playing if... No, peace from Denise. So what she said was that they were playing with the grass. Like, she walked up to them. They were sitting in a line, and one of them was like playing with the grass, like playing with, you know, when you were a little kid and like you'd be sitting on the grass and you'd just be like messing with the grass or whatever. I think that's what she meant. Now, I don't know. Don't take my word for it, but that's what I took away from it. It's just my perception. I don't know what a sibling argument would have to do with it, though, Deborah. And no negative thoughts or comments about the boys, not even about arguing with their sister. I don't want any of that in there. Only positive. Careful with this speculation about the kids. Like when it comes to their relationship with Summer, I just don't want, I don't want to have any comments really in my chat where like any blame would ever be placed on them or whatever. The siblings always, siblings have arguments or whatever, but that would have nothing to do with Summer disappearing. Okay, the boys didn't do that. The boys will never be responsible for shit because they have guardians, parents and guardians. And Deborah, you're all good. I just want to make sure I say it because your comment will actually be a trickle-down effect and a domino effect where other people will piggyback off your comment. That's why I had to say that. And then other people are going to start talking about, you know, what if the boys in Summer got into a fight and one of the boys hit her with a stick or something weird, and then the whole chat's going to be talking about them fighting or the boys doing something, and I don't want any of that. I don't want speculation about the boys. But as far as one of them calling 911, I think that that's the chances of something like that could be very great. But I don't think they would be unless the boys knew something happened to her or saw something happen to her. I don't think that maybe, I don't know. Maybe if they couldn't find Summer and it had been like an hour, no one was home and they couldn't get a hold of their mom or their dad, but who knows? But it's still a great, great comment. Thank you so much, guys, for those prayer hands. All right, let's get back into this, please. We'll start over. I want to do, hi, Shits. Why do you think Don fixed stairs first thing? He fixed the stairs because they weren't acceptable or up to code at all. So I believe that was a stipulation. Am I correct? Why have son on first interview? From what I understand, they caught him in the parking lot and he had his oldest son with him. So Shits, your first question, I believe Don fixed the stairs because he had to, in order to get the boys back. That's when they started fixing the house up, right? And then why have the son in the first interview? From my understanding, and it was said by the news, that they caught Don in the parking lot and he was walking with his son. And that's why Josie was there with him. No talk about youngers immediately. I don't know. Not sure about your last part, but did the boys have access to a phone? I'd imagine that they would have access to a phone of sorts. That's what Don said. Yeah. Don said that one of the children said, it's not my fault. But it's not my fault could be something they're used to saying, right? If a lot of blaming was going on in their home life, maybe, well, we've already heard them put a lot of blame on the boys. The boys were supposed to be watching her. They're supposed to protect her, look over her. They're supposed to lock the door. They constantly leave the door open. We told them not to leave the door open, yada, yada, yada. So who knows what the hell was going on in that house or what was being said that one of the boys may have come out of their bedroom and said, it's not my fault, because they were sad and missing their sister, or maybe they felt guilty in some way. Kids are sensitive. They pick up on a lot of vibes. Maybe they felt like something was their fault, because I have to be honest with you. I believe that the boys really watched over Summer a lot. I think that the boys were with their sister a lot. I don't know, because I didn't live there, of course, but I just get the sense that she tagged along with her brothers when she could. And I think that there was a level of responsibility, I would especially say for Josie, right? Because he was the oldest. It's natural to be the oldest sibling and look after the youngest. I'm an older sibling, and I always watched after us. Do you know what I mean? So like, it just comes natural. So maybe, and I'm just saying maybe, it could be a possibility that he felt some duty and responsibility and obligation to constantly be looking after his siblings, not just Summer, but Waylon and Wyatt as well. Maybe he was a protector. I don't know what his disposition is. Like, I don't know if he's like protective or if he's like, don't bug me or whatever. Like, I'm not sure if he was that type of brother that took the other ones under his wing. But if so, it's not my fault could be a very normal thing for him to say, or for any of them to say, depending on the dynamic of the household and the family unit. I would imagine that I think they had it kind of rough, and I think that maybe there was a lot of nitpicking going on, or, why didn't you do this? Or you didn't do this the right way. Maybe it was something like natural for him to say, it's not my fault. I just get that sense a little bit. It might have nothing to do with Summer. You know what I mean? All right, let's move forward.
Just like, huh? Because I was, like you can hear it. This confusion. It's like, wait the hell a minute. Like you can hear it. This confusion. Sound and tone you hear in his voice is absolute. Just.
So she's saying that the tone and sound of his voice and what he was saying, are you telling me someone took my baby girl, right? She says it all the time. She said it the same way every time too. She's saying the sound of his voice was absolute. That's what she said right there.
Like, huh? Because
Then she says, literally the next word, like, huh? So wait a minute, Jody, was it absolute or was it a question? Absolute? Like absolute? Or was it, what do you mean? How can Don's statement, so you're telling me someone took my baby girl, be absolute? How is that question absolute? It's a question. Absolute and question don't fit in the same category, moron. Okay? Absolute is absolute. The answer would be absolute. Not, so you're telling me someone took my baby girl? That's a question. Nothing is absolute about that.
Like you can hear it. This confusion. It's like, what the hell?
Then she says you can hear it. The confusion. So it wasn't absolute. It was confusion. Don was in a state of confusion when he was on that phone call with Candus, allegedly. All right.
But honestly, who knows? It could all just be part of the mudslinging shit show.
But honestly, who knows? It could be part of the mudslinging shit show. So you mean to tell me that the second you showed up on spot, that it was just mudslinging and shit show? Mudslinging? So what exactly about that moment, walking up to Candus, coming down the driveway in that truck, talking to Don, was there mudslinging going on? You're not making any sense, Jody. Not at all.
Yeah, that's what confuses me too, though. If at 5:30 he got a call from her saying she was calling the police, then they were all under the impression that Summer was gone.
She says if at 5:30, I forget what she said now. If at 5:30, let me play it over again. Sometimes I remember exactly what she says. Sometimes I don't, because her words don't fit pretty much ever. So then I can't remember them. Sorry, guys.
He got a call from her saying she was calling the police.
All right, so if at 5:30 he got the call from her saying she was calling the police.
And they were all under the impression that Summer was gone.
And they were all under the impression that Summer was gone. So she is referencing 5:30 for all of them. All of them. 5:30. If at 5:30 they were all under the impression Summer was gone. 5:30, you mean when you were getting ready? How would you know that at 5:30, if at 5:30, why is this even a question? Why would you even question it, Jody, if you weren't there?
Then why at 6:09 after did he pop up on the damn cell phone speaker and go in pan voice? So you're telling me somebody took my baby girl? And that's
She's saying if at 5:30 you're under the impression that Summer is missing, then why at 6:09 in pan voice did Don say, so you're telling me somebody took my baby girl? Do you hear the way Jody never changes? It never changes. I have to believe, don't come for me, I have to believe Don said those words. It never changes. It is one of the very few things that Jody says that never changes. She never, ever says anything different. It's always the same exact words. It takes her the same amount of time to say it. She says it the same exact way, and it never, ever changes. I believe Dawn did say that. I do. Because she's never even fucked up and changed it. Like, it just comes so naturally. And she never changes it ever. Thank you, Karen. Carol Johnson. Joe Hansen. I'm sorry. I quickly glanced over it, but that picture doesn't have anything to do with this situation at hand that we're talking about. I just want to make sure that you know that. Like, the picture was definitely taken in a truck. Yes, you can see the light coming through the window. You wouldn't see that in the Suburban. Well, we don't know that. We don't know what kind of sunlight will come through. A car is a car, truck is a truck, a vehicle is a vehicle. But that vehicle is really Candus Harris, because we all know what the inside of her truck looks like. We've looked it up and everything, okay? So you can also see back through and on the side of the windows of that topper. So we know Summer was in Candus Harris' truck in that photo, but we don't know if that photo was taken that day, because Candus never, or the video, because Candus never provided Teresa at Criminality. She never provided that. And if someone could drop Criminality's link, please, so people know where to find Teresa. She never provided that timestamp like she had promised her. So, it's too bad that Candus didn't provide the timestamp for that. It would be a little bit more confirmation. The fact that Ansley cannot confirm, not even confirm, WJHL does not use that photo at all when referring to the timeline of Summer's day. That says so much to me. It really does. Either law enforcement doesn't want us to know anything about that ride, or that picture had nothing to do with her last known whereabouts. Don't you think WJHL would include that photo and video? I do. Ansley was like, I'm not even sure which one you're referencing, but I do remember the photo with the milk jugs, because that photo was taken with another phone. I would assume law enforcement took a photo of a phone, probably Candus's, because you can see it's a phone taking a picture of a phone, and it was almost on a slant. And a lot of people were like, oh, that milk jug photo was in one of Candus's video from the April before. No, it wasn't. It was only ever shared. It was one of the first photos shared by the TBI. So that also makes me think, though, was it that day? Was that the most recent photo that they had? Like, when they showed up at the house and Candus pulled out her phone, was that the freshest photo of Summer and video of Summer that she had to give them? Because that photo was put out by them. She did later put that photo on a TikTok video, the mommy misses you, blah, 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 the one with all the photos from Gatlinburg. So, that photo was stuck in that video, but there was never, ever on Candus's TikTok before that. And I proved that. I have Candus's whole entire TikTok from the very night Summer went missing. There is absolutely no trace of that photo or that video anywhere. So it came from the TBI. TBI took that photo off of a phone, like took a picture of a phone with the photo shown on the other phone it was taking a photo of.
It's not what I said at all. Just heard a scream.
Now, this part is very interesting. So Jody says, that's not what I said at all. So, you guys, when you think about the very moment that I'm going to hop on here because this is important, all right? I'm going to hop on here on my cell phone real quick because I'm going to go have a smoke. But listen, this is the thing. She says, that's not what I said at all. Dawn was in communication with Jody. She's admitting that right here. Listen to this one sentence while I send myself this link because I want to talk about this. This is a huge piece that bothers me about this video also, in conjunction with what she says about the Suburban / Silverado. This part really gets me. Listen, I'll play it twice so that you can really hear it. And I can make it full screen so you can see the closed captioning too. Does anyone know how to make it bigger? Can I make the closed captioning bigger? Is there a way to do that? Does anyone know? Is it in options maybe? This setting only applies to current video. It's caption visibility. Never mind. Can you guys see the words on the screen? I hope. Here, listen to what she says.
So none after did he pop up on the damn cell phone speaker and go in pan voice. So you're telling me somebody took my baby girl when that's not what I said at all. Just heard a scream. But for some reason he thought the first calls and he's perplexed that they didn't. He said the cops were saying 6:21, 6:23, but I could have sworn it's 5:30 when they go in. Well, then why in the hell are you so like, you know what I mean? He's already assumed that at 5:30 something's wrong and that Candus has made calls to police. So why at 6:09 the laughter is there? So somebody took my baby girl, but I never said I saw her scream. And I was sorry, didn't know this and other, and that I was already looking, that I had tried to get her, but she couldn't hear me from where I was. You know what I mean? He's already assumed that. Well, then why in the hell are you so like? You know what I mean? He's already assumed that at 5:30 something's wrong and that Candus has made calls to police. So why at 6:09 the laughter is there? So somebody took my baby girl, but I never said I saw her scream. And I was sorry, didn't know this and other, and that I was already looking, that I had tried to get her, but she couldn't hear me from where I was. And I was going back to so like, but I never said, hey, somebody took summer. I never said, anything to really imply. I mean, screaming, saying her screaming, sorry, I didn't know. Doesn't imply somebody took her immediately, because I gotta tell you, some of my first thoughts weren't necessarily that. Especially with key moments and all those events after I reached the bottom of the driveway. But at 5:30 if shit really is going down. And that correlates with the Suburban going up the damn driveway. And calls weren't made and aren't being held back from the public. And Dawn's confused about why the police aren't called at 5:30. And then what the hell happens to those other minutes in there? Why are there still not calls for summer? Why is the property still not being searched? Why are phones swapped out? And like, what the hell is going on? And then something so really is going down. And then where I was, and then I was going back to look, so like.
All right. You guys hear me okay? Do I have good sound? I'm going to go through comments really quick because I want to see if you guys were able to hear. Were you able to hear okay what she was saying? Oh shit, I can't really go back very far on these comments, can I? That sucks. Hold on. So I can't even really see. I can't even really see what you guys wrote before, but okay. So did anybody have trouble hearing what she said? Because she talks about the moment that she runs into Candus talking to Don, right? And he says, are you telling me someone took my baby girl? And then she also says, I never said that. She says, I heard her scream. She says her. She also says, she's confusing. Is she questioning that Don knew Summer was missing? Oh, I don't think so. But what I was going to say is, she says, I never said that. So it wasn't Candus talking to Don. It was Candus and Jody talking to Don. She just admitted it. Jody has admitted probably 12 different things in just this clip, and it's only 9 minutes long, and it's not even done yet. Sometimes closing someone's eyes is a subconscious way of not wanting to see what is they're speaking. Also, her hands covering her mouth. She's not comfortable with what she's saying. Agree. I think she's very uncomfortable. She admits she was talking to Don on the phone right there. So tell me this. This is what I question. She says that Candus was talking to Don on the phone coming down the driveway, and she could hear someone talking, and she thought someone was in the car because it was so loud. Then she realized that it was Don on the phone. And I've always had this picture in my mind that it was Don's voice coming out of like Bluetooth speaker, but it could have very well just been speakerphone. But why would it have been so loud, right? Maybe this is why she's always said that. Maybe because Jody did talk to Don. She just admitted she did. Because she said, I never said that. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And that I heard her scream. I think the reason why Jody has always said what she has about hearing someone in the car with Candus and it being so loud is because she actually heard Don very clearly and was talking to him. For her to say, that's not what I said, though. Don said, are you telling me someone took my baby girl? That means Jody was talking to Don before, or Don was in ear's reach of Jody talking to Candus before he said, are you telling me someone took my baby girl? Because when she said, but that's not what I said. I never said someone took their baby girl. I said that I'm sorry, I didn't know. Just like, what did you do? What did you do? It's, I didn't know. That's another parallel that I notice, right? But this is what stands out to me is Jody admits here without even saying it that she did speak to Don. It's right there. And I think that's why that part of her story never changes either. That part of her story never changes about Don's voice being so loud because she was right there with Candus when Candus was on the phone. She says Candus was driving down the driveway. I've always wondered why that one part doesn't change. And neither do the words that she says Don said. Those never change either. Those are two things that never change. Hearing someone in the car with Candus, then realizing it was Don on speakerphone, or Don on the phone with Candus. I won't say speakerphone because I don't know if she said speakerphone. I can't remember. Like I said, I've always felt like it was like his voice was coming out of the speakers because how else would she hear it? If I was walking up the driveway, right? Let's say I was walking up my own driveway and someone was in my driveway on the phone with someone and I was quite a ways down. Now you got to picture Don and Candus's driveway. Really picture that. How the hell would she hear Don if Candus had him on speaker? Why would it be so booming and loud? But the key words that she said that tell me she was talking to Don is, I never said that though. Because he said, are you telling me someone took my baby girl? And her response is, but I never said that. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't know, and that I heard her scream. Those are her exact words. I'm crackling because I'm smoking a cigarette. Be done in a minute. Is it bad? Is it that bad, or can you hear me? It's because I'm on an iPhone. I guess if I had an Android, it wouldn't crackle. March 14th, Italia. March 14th, sweet tea. The live stream was March 14th. Thanks. I didn't think so. So, like, what do you guys think of that? I have my earbuds in, so if it's crackling, sorry, I'm smoking another one. So, I'm going to chain smoke right now. I want to read my chat and talk to you guys too for a minute. I need to get up. I can't just sit there all, Oh, emergency me. I didn't even see. Hold on a sec. What'd you say? Jody says she sees the scream. She literally sees her scream. Yep. Thank you for your super chat, emergency me. So you think along the same lines as me. So here in this clip, she says, I never said that. I said I heard her scream. Then she says she sees the scream. Did she see Summer scream? So you've got two instances also where she says she saw the scream. Then, oh, absolutely, XOXO sin. It will go away once Tiffany's done. Yeah, please don't even talk about me crackling. There's nothing I could do about it. It'll be fine. Give me 3 minutes. I promise you'll survive it. See more ignorance. You have grown a lot in the last 3 years, Tiffany. I'm proud of you. Well, thank you. I'd hope that I've grown. I mean, yeah, snap, crackle, pop. I'm smoking a cigarette. Don't bother me. Don't interrupt my smoke sesh. Susan Bezio, I still stand by the dogs stopping at her feet. I don't believe they hit on her feet. I believe that it was a figure of speech, as if they stopped at the road where she was standing. I still do believe that. I believe that if they would have hit on her and if they would have sensed any kind of trauma on Jody like that, they would have hauled her ass in. So I don't believe that the dogs hit on her feet. Do you know what I mean? He's beautiful. I think she fabricated all of this to steal Summer's story, to steal Summer's voice. Well, Krama Mama, do you think she's going to do that? Do you think she's going to be successful in stealing Summer's voice? Because I don't. Between all of us, hell no. Jody, you'll never win. You will never steal Summer's voice from her. Because we're all right here. We're all right here and we're not going fucking anywhere. Good luck, bitch. Because when I'm not live, guess what? Someone else is. When they're not live, someone else is. And Jody thinks this is like some kind of, we're conspiracizing all together and we're taking turns. Nah, we're just on to you. Jody has managed. This is the most fascinating thing about the whole situation. Jody has managed to bring this community into, how do I explain? She's managed to bring Summer's community into basically, what would you call it? All eyes are on her. I've never seen, not even, well, maybe with Dawn, right? Maybe with Candus, but not like this. Not like this. This is different. Like, it's almost as if, consider, like, let's use the feds. Say you're working like an investigation and you're law enforcement and you've got a team. And your team, you got one person who focuses on Dawn, one person who focuses on Candus, one person who focuses on Candace Harrer, one person who focuses on each child, one person who focuses on Jody, one person who focuses on Andy. And then boom, all of a sudden, your team is like, nope, right here. This is what we need to be paying attention to. She has managed to bring us into the element that we are all focused on her. She did that. She has no one to blame but herself. And I'm glad that she kept talking. To me, I get the feeling that she's been hiding a lot for a very long time, and there's a lot of leakage in her statements. She accidentally leaks the truth, then tries to cover up what she said. Yes, she does. But then you get these moments where she admits things without even saying it. This clip that I'm sharing inside is a perfect example of that. This one is actually one of the most, to me, out of the clips that I've put out, I would say it falls right in line with the 6:30 Don, Andy, and Hawkins County all meeting up at the same time. This one, though, there's far more information and reading in between the lines, which is very easy to do because she doesn't even need to spell it out for you. It's right there. It doesn't even need to be in black and white. She says it without even needing to say it because everything she's talking about tells a story all its own. Where is the TBI? This bitch is admitting shit. She's already admitting to knowing that Andy was providing drugs for sedation, resulting in sexual abuse of Summer and other children. Like, what are we in the Twilight Zone? I just gotta pray and hope and hold on to faith that they know what they're doing. And I believe they do. But listen, I had a moment last night. I broke down and just cried. I'm tired of this. I'm fucking tired of this. I really am. They need to bring Summer home and she deserves justice immediately. Jody is the most sus. And I'm going to say this. I don't care what anybody thinks. She looks more guilty to me than Don and Candus. Now, that might be because Candus is off the radar. Don's in jail. But even when Candus was speaking, she wasn't nearly as suspect as Jody. Jody has managed to go from being someone that I thought Summer could depend on to literally right up there, top 3. How'd that happen? I wanted so bad to believe that she was being a decent person. And now I feel like she's anything but. And I take back the statement that she deserves a hug from Summer. She don't deserve shit. She deserves a set of handcuffs and to be in a cell. Just for the fact alone that she admitted to knowing about drugs being sold to kids and drugs being given to kids to sedate them in order for them to be sexually abused. She needs to sit in a cell just for knowing that. Aside from anything else, fuck her. Throw her in a cell, lock her up, and throw away the key. That's why I say, where the hell is the TBI? She admitted to knowing these children were being drugged with drugs that came out of her house. Nah. All right, I'm going back in. Hold on one sec, guys. The next couple minutes are just as important, so we're almost done. And I'll try to get through it a little bit quicker than the first half now that we've gotten through some of it. All right, I'm back. No more crackling, popping, and snapping. Ready? Let's go. So we're going to listen to this one part again. Let me turn my light on so I can see what I'm writing here. Because this part right here, she fully admits she talked to Don. Don't blame Ronnie, Logan's mom, because Ronnie you guys have to understand, Ronnie is not leading this. The FBI is. He has higher ups he has to answer to. We cannot blame Ronnie. We can't. We just can't. Now, I'm not saying that later down the road, if something comes out where he dropped the ball somewhere, that we can't, but Ronnie has higher ups now. This is not like a local drug investigation for marijuana or something. Like, this is not a break-in in a convenience store. He has the FBI and the TBI breathing down his neck, so we can't blame Ronnie. We don't know what the FBI and the TBI are telling him, and they're delegating. Okay, Ronnie is like bottom, and I'm not trying to offend Ronnie, because I love Ronnie. Like, I fangirl over him. I know some people don't like him. I adore the man. I've always liked him. I don't know what it is. I just do. But he's bottom of the totem pole right now. Ronnie, TBI, FBI. So try not to be too hard on Ronnie Lawson, because he does have higher ups now that he has to answer to. In this situation, he's not calling the shots. Yeah, and the district attorney. All right, let's go. Let's rock and roll. Because it's already 8:35. I want to be off here by 9:30. I said 9 the latest, so they're working right there with Ronnie, I assume. Yeah, Kiko, they are, I'm sure, but he has to take orders from that. He can't just go do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? He has to run these things by his higher ups. He has superiors. That's the FBI and the TBI. He can't just go do any little thing that he wants to. Joe Popwick, Ronnie Lawson is trying. Good guy. He has to deal with the Wells. I feel for them, man. I feel for TBI. Oh, yeah. Safari Dream. What pisses me off, Jody Sue is whining and mad at what others doing to her kids, yet she stood by and let this crap happen this summer and doesn't care or want help. Safari Dream, we all have a duty and an obligation to make sure that if we see something, we say something. I absolutely agree with you. Shame on her. But why would she say anything? She was making a living off of their drug use and apparently the drugging of children by her own admission. Lock her up just for knowing. She's an accomplice, if you ask me.
Like, you know what I mean? He's already assumed that at 5:30 something's wrong and that Candus has made calls to police. So why at 6:09 the laughter is there? So somebody took my baby girl, but I never said I saw her scream.
You see how quick she says that? Do you hear how quick? Listen, it's rushed. You telling me someone took my baby girl? I never said that. I said a brr. What, Jody?
Police. So why at 6:09 the laughter is there? So somebody took my baby girl, but I never said I saw her scream.
Everybody write this in chat. I want you to write these words. And then I want you to put a little slash with Jody Sue's name on it and put little air quotes there. I never said that. I said I heard her scream. So write it with me here. I'll write it too. I want everybody, so that they remember it, because I always remember things easier when I write them. I never said that. I said I heard her scream. JSB. Thank you, muscles. You're first in line. There you go. Flood it up. Everybody, 543 people. Make me feel like I need to put my chat on slow mode. Let's go. Flood my chat with I never said that. I said I heard her scream. And that's in response to Dawn saying, so you're telling me someone took my baby girl? She said, no, I never said that. I said I heard her scream. Jody, you talked to Dawn. You were there talking to Dawn Wells. That's a part you left out until March 14th. Look at all these comments. I'm going to stop my screen so I can highlight them all without them getting stuck. I'm highlighting each and every single one. You talked to Dawn and you said, I never said that. I said I heard her scream. What did you say before that? Is that what you said, that you heard Summer scream? Is that why Dawn said, are you telling me someone took my baby girl? Look at all these people. They heard you. All these people heard what you said, Jody. All of them. Look at. You gonna tell all these people they didn't hear what you said? You covered your mouth. You want to know why you covered your mouth, Jody? Because you wished you didn't say it. Just like Chris Watts licking his lips, trying to wipe his words away. You covered your mouth to cover up what you said, but it didn't work because the words already came out of your mouth. Angela James says, driving, so ditto. Don't type in my chat when you're driving. Be careful. Angela, thank you so much. Eyes on the road, girlfriend. Don't mess around. Be careful. Be safe. Thank you for being here. Look at all these people, Jody Sue. They all heard what you said. I said I heard her scream. Hey, Pink Flamingo. Do you have a wrench in my chat? Where are you? I think you do. If not, I need you to have one because I want you to. Where the hell is she? Pink Flamingo. Where's she at? Oy vey. Pink Flamingo, type again, hon. I want to make sure you have a wrench. Type in my chat. Safari Dream. Yeah, one hot mess. Niana. Hey, Crispy Treat, Auntie M. Birdie. Dana. Crypto. Susan. All these people heard what you said. They all heard you. I never said that. I said I heard her scream. No one's going to forget those words. Not now. They'll remember them forever. Sharon says, JSB, you did say I heard her scream. Stop lying. Clinton's GG. Safari Dreams like, yep, I'm going to just write it over and over and over again. You keep going, girlfriend. Raybird, Stacy, Quiet Connie, Cat's Eye, Minnesota Gal. These are all people who heard what you said, Jody. They all heard you. You answered Don Wells on the phone. Who told Don about Summer? Candus or you? Because you know what's crazy too? Next, I'm going through everything that Don Wells said that you said. Because he heard all this shit from you, Jody Sue. Prove me wrong. They never change the hierarchy. Tiny Dancer, it's just the way it works. Heads first. Ronnie is sheriff, but when the FBI and the TBI are on the case, they're above him. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys so much. I'll play it again, Valerie. Sure, no problem. I'm just, I stopped screen sharing because for some reason, StreamYard, when I highlight comments and I have a video playing, it like gets stuck. So, yeah, Tibori fucking puppet master Geppetto, in my opinion, she says. Sin writes, mumbled voice. She put it in parentheses. That's so funny. I'm just me, you just be you. Hey, girl. I fucking love you guys, for real. Piece from Denise. I asked her in a live chat if she saw Don pull up to the shed, and she said she couldn't remember. What do you mean she couldn't remember? You mean she remembers where the police were sitting watching the boys on Simpson Road, but she doesn't remember Don pulling up to the shed? Get out of here. Really? Interesting. Sorry about that. I have a bunch of teenagers with like four-wheelers around here. They're super loud. Super, super loud. I worry about those kids. They drive so fast on those things. I never said that. I said I heard her scream. All right. So I think Jody gets the picture. What do you guys think? Let's keep going. Because if not, I'll be here all night. If it was a daytime live, I'll stay here all day, but it's not. It's nighttime. And I don't know who else wants to go live, so I don't want to hog up all the airtime. Okay, so let's put this back up. Let me take the comment down. I want you guys to be able to see the yeah, T-Bory, they got crotch rockets and everything. I'm like, oh my God, none of them wear helmets. It's like so scary. Gosh. I worry about them. They're not even my kids. And I'm like, oh my God. Unless AB goes live, maybe he will. He put out a short a little while ago. I don't know where AB is. I hope he goes live. I love listening to him before I go to bed. It's so chill. put you right in the mood to like just chill out, you know? All right, let's go. Let's go. Does anyone ever wonder if Summer got stuck in the fridge? Are you new here? Are you new here? Yes, girl. Did you miss when I asked Don about the fridge? And he said, wow, she's really observant. We'll have to do a live stream one day about a couple things. We could go over some of like the key moments and stuff. Yes, the refrigerator the refrigerator I'm referring to as a person now. Oh, good. Jody Sue's going to file charges on me. You do that, girlfriend. You do that. You do that. File charges, Jody, you sus. Who does she think she is? I'm going to file charges on Tiffany because she's reacting to my claims about a missing child. Get off YouTube. Go get a life before you can't anymore and you're stuck in jail. Because you know what, Jody? You could call the cops on me any day of the week. Guess what? I'm not a suspect in a missing child's case. My neighbor's child isn't missing, and I am not a suspect in that missing child's case. So yeah, you do that. File charges. Bitch, you can't even fucking afford to get out of that box. Why don't you worry about your motherfucking family and shut up? Your threats aren't going to shut me up. You don't like this, do you, Jody? You don't like the fact this is the one live stream you don't want eyes on. You don't want anybody talking about this. Well, that sucks because I'm going to keep talking about it. In fact, I'll go live tomorrow and talk about it again. In fact, when I'm done, I'll just put all the suspect things you said into clips. Or maybe I'll do a 12-hour live stream again on loop. Keep threatening me, bitch. Keep threatening me. You're not going to shut me up. Ever. Fuck off. I'm here for Summer. Thank you very much. You came into the game, what, September, October? Who are you? Last time I checked, you lived 400 feet from where that baby girl went missing. Get fucked. You might want to hurry up and do that. Because I have a feeling pretty soon all you're going to have are your 5 little fingers. Okay. Now, where was I going? Okay, Pink Flamingo had the wrench. That's what I was doing. Yeah, mic drop. Let's talk about this. I encourage every single creator to talk about this right here. Let me make sure that the link is available. Anybody is allowed to use this. I don't care who you are. Unless your name is Carl. Hold on. I want all the creators to play this. I want all the creators who care about Summer to talk about this. And I'm going to make it really easy for you all to do that. This triggers Jody. Go figure. I wonder why. You give a little bit too much information, Jody. Did ya? Little bit. When the cops show up, I'll make sure to tell them, you're a suspect in a missing child's case, and I played your admissions of guilt when it comes to drugging children and having them sexually assaulted, and the fact that you are motherfucking guilty. Okay? I'm sure they'll give a fuck about you sitting in your box in Tennessee. You might be able to pull this shit over on other people and scare them, but you will not scare me. You can't scare me with police, Jody. Because I am not on the other side of the law and I don't fear them. Never have, never will. So keep wasting your breath. Now, here's this. I would never file anything against her because I'm going to keep talking. I'm never going to shut up about her, not until they find Summer. I enjoy this very much. And Jody, nothing you do will ever stick. Ever. I don't give a fuck about you. I care about Summer. So this is the live stream that I'm playing. So I'm going to put playing now. Use it, take it, rip it, whatever you want to do with it. I'm going to pin it. You can use it to your heart's desire. Jody admitting all the things. And you can't wipe your words away. That's a complete subconscious thing you just did there. Let's watch it again. Zero credibility, Raybird. Zero. Yep. You're so right. I'll play it. Hold on one sec. Cat. Oh, a cat named Pickles. Pickles, are you alive still? Where the hell is Pickles? Does anybody know? Is the cat dead? Hey, AB, by the way. So nice of you to join us. We missed you. All right, hold up.
Well, then why the hell are you so... If they didn't, you sound like cops are saying 621, 623, but I could have sworn it was 5:30 when they go in. Well, then why in the hell are you so... like... You know what I mean? He's already assumed that at 5:30 something's wrong and that Candus has made calls to police. So why at 6:09 the laughter's there? So somebody took my baby girl, but I never said I saw her scream. And I was sorry that none of this and other and
So here you go. She told Dawn while Candus was driving down the driveway, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I said I heard her scream. That's not what I said. I said I heard her scream. I didn't say someone took your baby girl, Dawn. I said I heard her scream. Clip it. Use it. Put it on a 24-hour loop. Why don't we all do that? I say all the creators play that over and over and over and over and over again. All right, we're going to move on now. Oh, shit. Hold on one sec. I missed, let's see. Remy, thank you so much for your super sticker. Nicole. What's Nicole say? Someone scared of their own words, it seems. Love you all. XO. Love you too, Nicole. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that so much. Appreciate all you guys so much. Muscles, you are the one making drug claims, Jody Sue. Give to kids to allow them to get touched. You said that too, Jody Sue. In case you forgot, you failed Summer and the other little girls. That's right, Muscles and Mascara. I don't even know how you managed to stay so close in proximity without losing your shit. I'm just saying. Girl, props to you. Thank you very much. Yes, Jody Sue. Why didn't you save Summer from being drugged? You admitted you knew. Peppermint Mocha, because they wouldn't have made money. That was Jody's livelihood. That was the way Jody survived, by selling drugs to children and allegedly to their parents to drug them and sedate them in order to be touched. Without that, Jody Sue wouldn't have been able to get her nails done. You feel me? Yikes. Hey, baby Beth. Sweet tea. We appreciate you. Great work, Tiffany. Thank you so much. Thank you, sweet tea. All right. It's hard to stay your ass home. Don't get to charge Nana for life. Just stay with us. We have to stay out of trouble. All right. Here's the rest.
I was already looking, that I had tried to yell at her, but she couldn't hear me from where I was. And then I was going back to look, so she couldn't hear me from where I was. And then I was going back to look,
So hold on. Did you hear that? She says Candus couldn't hear her. So Jody Sue was going back to look. Huh? So again, I was going back to look. So previously she was already looking. So before Candus started yelling at 609, Jody Sue was already looking. And then after, she says, I was going back to look. This is the third time she's referenced a previous situation that day. Where you at, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation? Let's go. Let's go.
So, but I never said, hey, somebody took Summer. I never said,
but I never said, hey, somebody took Summer.
Anything to really imply, it's great.
She never said anything to really imply. Really imply? You never said anything to really imply, or you never said anything to imply? So she never said anything to really imply, which means what? Damn, Jody, you suck at this.
Saying her screaming, sorry, no, I didn't know. Doesn't imply somebody took her.
So her saying she heard a scream doesn't imply that somebody took her. We got you. We know. We know. So glad you admitted you told Don in the driveway on the phone with Candus. That's not what you said. You heard her scream. You only heard her scream. You never said anybody took his baby girl. You just said you heard her scream. Your word, bitch.
Immediately, because I gotta tell you, some of my first thoughts weren't necessarily that.
You hear that? She says, I gotta tell you, some of my first thoughts wasn't necessarily that. What were they, Jody? What were they? What were your first initial thoughts? So then she goes on to say, because of the things going on prior. Dana, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Let me get down here. Let me see. Dana. Let me find it. Thank you for your super sticker. How did Jody Sue find out Summer got gone? When? Piece from Denise. She alleges that she found out Summer went missing because she heard Candus calling for her. Yeah, Trap Queen. Never said that. I said I heard her scream. Jody Sue Brown. When was this live? March 14th. Grace Green says Jody Sue went to the Wells property because she knows Summer wasn't there. Selena says, but goes on to say, I didn't say that. Yeah, didn't really imply. Hey, Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Hey, hey. Uh-oh, I lost my spot. She also said she was looking for Summer before Candus even knew she was missing. Yeah, she did. And I actually heard that with my own ears. Mm-hmm. Raybird says, JSB, quit your fucking lying. Does Jody Sue have a yellow SUV and also a Toyota Tacoma? Darlene, did you miss my stream yesterday? I showed you the red truck. It sat right across from Heckin. Reaper, excuse me. The dog that was kept about a fourth of a mile down the road from her homestead and was laying in the blazing hot sun with zero water to drink. Across from a shed that has a Toyota Tacoma that appears to be the same exact year, matches the photo perfectly that the TBI put out. Who would have thunk it? Can you believe that? Why didn't the driver ever come forward? The police asked for them to come forward because they could be or could have been a witness driving through the area on the 14th or the 15th. Lo and behold, this same type of vehicle is sitting right off Long Hollow Road. And yeah, Jody Sue drives it. She drives it around. Interesting, right? Would you want to drive a maroon Toyota Tacoma about 1999, 2000, 2001-ish? If you were Jody Sue, would you be driving through town, driving that car that the TBI is looking for? Or a car fitting the description of what the TBI is looking for? Yeah, I'm just going to have to start my nails done. I'm going to take that red truck. Of all the vehicles. Yep, that's the one she's going to drive. Help me make sense of this. Craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Thomas, what'd you say? I'll be the cheap date. Cheap date? Are you a cheap date? Do you drink Budweiser beer? Thank you for your super chat, Thomas. Stacy. JSB, I know you're watching. Stop your lying. Stacy's a motherfucking true crime OG. Hold on a minute. Bonita says, AB, can you compare Jody Sue's voice on that video with your fancy sound machine? The only time I ever heard her say no was on the replay you did on Doug's material with Josh. Blurry, just asking. I could go through a bunch of Jody's lives and grab her saying no if you really wanted. And BS, thank you so much. Crowley, Texas. Oh, Jody's Jody's mother has an address very recent address in Texas, Michigan, and one other state. A P.O. box in Michigan. Crowley, Texas, which I think is like 121, but there's no 121. It's a plumbing business. And then what was the other state? I'm trying to think. Guys, there is definitely some shady shit that I have come across over the last week or so, and I will share it with you. Don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'll probably be back tomorrow to keep continuing. I'm not done with this one yet, but yeah, there's some shady shit going on. Shady. JSB has repeatedly shown how evil she is. Oh, yeah, she has. She's a little shooketh today. Yeah. So did her mom take off or what? Because she was just seen in Texas a couple months ago. Like an actual address. What city in Michigan? Gotta give me till the next time I go live. I have it all upstairs. I don't have it with me right here at my table. I'd have to go grab my other device upstairs on my bed. But I've already been live for 3 hours and 11 minutes, and I only wanted to stay live for 2, and I got to get through this. So we're going to keep going, and I promise I'll be back to discuss some other crazy shit. Was the one in Texas, July 2021. Yes, I believe so. I believe it was.
Especially key moments in all those events after I reached the bottom of the driveway.
So she says after she reached the bottom of the driveway and all the key events, that wasn't the first thing that she believes happened to Summer. BS, thank you. Did I miss that? Did I say thank you? What other device do I have up on my bed asking for a friend? Crispy Tree, are you being naughty? An iPhone, I don't know, 8? I don't even know. It's so old. It's so old. But that's where my Ben Verified is. So, all right. I did. Okay. Why do I forget? I forgot already. That's crazy. I have horrible short-term memory. It's so bad. It's not even funny. I'm worried, actually. Okay. Let's go. Continue.
But at 5:30, if shit really is going down, and that correlates with the Suburban going up the damn driveway. That correlates with the Suburban going up the damn. At 5:30, if shit really is going down, and that.
If at 5:30, if shit's really going down and that correlates with the truck going up the damn driveway. Why does she call it the damn driveway? The damn driveway. It's always the damn driveway. It's not just the driveway. It's the damn driveway. Would you refer to your neighbor's driveway as the damn driveway? I wonder why Jody has hatred toward the driveway. Weird, right? The damn driveway. That's what she calls it. It's not even Don and Candus's driveway. It's the damn driveway. Weird. Super weird. What'd you say about Springfield, Mass? near Westover Air Force. Shit, what are you talking about, hun? Killer looks. I'm so new to this. I want a phone on the bed. How do I get verified? Yo, sounds fun. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing like an inside joke that everyone's aware of except me. I don't even know. Because she lives one and doesn't have her own. What? No, you're not blocked, Pickles. The damn driveway. Family home. Springfield, Mass. Shit, I don't know what you're talking about. Trust me, if summer was in my neck of the woods, you go ahead and give me an address, shits. But you unfortunately have the craziest theories I've ever heard in my life. I'm not trying to rag on you. I'm being for real. Look it up. All right, what am I looking up? Put it in the chat and I'll look it up. Promise. I don't know. Listen, don't even ask. AZ, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. Oh, yeah. T-Spiracy's like, huh? What's up? Let's go, girl. We'll get in the car. We'll take off. I'm not wrong, boo, says shit. Shit, tell me what you're talking about. Write it in my chat. Send me an email. I usually don't entertain your theories, but I will. Grandis's ex died in May. Oh, God. All right. I'll check it out. Thanks, shits. I'll check it out. Thanks for telling me. All right, let's keep going.
That correlates with the suburban going up the damn driveway. And calls weren't made and aren't being held back from the public. And Dawn's confused about why the police aren't called at 5:30. And then what the hell happens to those other minutes in there? Why are there still not calls for summer? Why is the property still not being searched? Why are phones swapped out? I mean, like, what the hell is going on?
I'm sorry, Jody. Did you say why are phones being swapped out? Did someone swap phones with somebody else? Or please elaborate. Would you? Look at this statement right here. Hold on. Why are phones being swapped out? I'm like, what the hell is going on? You say phones were being swapped out. So let's play it one more time. Clip it, do whatever you need to. Grab all these suspect comments that Jody makes. Super important, guys. This one is like a whole doozy for Jody. Tell it. Trap queens have 2 phones.
And then what the hell happens to those other minutes in there? Why are there still not calls for summer? Why is the property still not being searched? Why are phones swapped out? I mean, like, what the hell is going on? Why is the property still not being searched? Why are phones swapped out? I mean, like, what the hell is the property still not being searched? Why are phones swapped out? I mean, like, what the hell is going on? Still not being searched. Why are phones swapped out? I mean, like, what the hell is going on? Still not being searched. Why are phones swapped out? I mean, like, what the hell is going on? And then something's saying that you like your brain, and you assume it's connected to like real calls really come in at some point. The police are just holding it. And the
Real calls? What do you mean, real calls? Anyone know what this means? Hold up. Real calls. Yeah, what the hell is going on? The Pink Flamingo says. Muscles and Mascara says, why are phones swapped out? Jody Sue, did you tell that to Ellie? Did you switch your phone too? What are fake calls? Yeah. What are real calls being made and fake calls being made? Excuse? The fuck? Hold on. There's so much jam-packed into this 9 minutes. Can you believe this clip is only 9 minutes? It's like every sentence she speaks is fucked. Hold on.
connected to like real calls really come in at some point. Police are just holding it. And the public doesn't to like real calls really come in at some point. To like real calls really come in at some point. And police to like real calls really come in at some point. And police are just holding it. And to like real calls really come in at some point. And police are just holding it. And the like real calls really come in at some point. And police are just holding it. And the public doesn't know. Then you have darn good Blanca swing first calls for 5:30. The cops are saying 6:21, 6 whatever, you know.
There's the 621 again. Only 9 minutes, Jess. This the clip, the stream, what you call it, the upload I did is pinned to the top chat. Anybody that wants to use that, go right ahead. I'm gonna make a video of just the key statements so that everybody can just take them and use them. But anything that has to do with Jody or anything that has to do with Summer for that matter, if people want to use anything, you're free to use it as long as you're, decent and you're not like using it to harass me or other people, that's fine. But all of I keep putting in the description, anybody can use it. And then some people are like, well, I'm afraid Tiffany's going to strike me. I absolutely will not strike anybody who is using my clips to help Summer. I promise I would never do that. Ever since the beginning, my Summer content is absolutely allowed to be shared. Just give credit in the description with the link. I don't even need credit. Just make sure the link is there so people know where to find the original content. That's all. Because context is super important. That's a pet peeve of mine.
So if that holds true, the cops genuinely were not called. And I think that
She says, if that holds true, the cops genuinely weren't called. Huh? What? Real calls and the cops weren't called? I'm so confused. So confused. All right, shits. I got you, girl. We're good today. So there was this one time at band camp. No, I'm just kidding. There was this one time I threw shits off my panel. Yeah, Jody's full of all kinds of sus statements. This is the worst for her. That's why she's bugging, threatening charges. Charges for what? My amendment rights? You gonna come for my amendment rights? Oh my God. It's the 10 crack commandments. What? Oh my God. It's the weekend. Give me a break, boo. All right. Drink up, shits. Enjoy. Party up. Live it up. All right. On a serious note, let's get back to business. Almost done. Almost. Killer, say hey to Queen Killer. I saw her last night and forget where I was, which chat I was in, but she's so adorable. I freaking love her.
Be the case just because of the timing when they arrived. Genuinely were not called, and I think that to be the case just so if that holds true. The cops genuinely were not called, and I think that to be the case just because of the timing when they arrived.
So she's saying that she doesn't think the cops were called because of when the cops arrived. You lost me at real calls to the police, and you don't believe that the cops were called because of when they arrived? Excuse, come again? Were they fake cops too, Jody?
So what the hell was a Suburban doing coming up at somewhere around 5:30ish?
So what the hell was the Suburban doing coming up at somewhere around 5:30? March 14th, Jody claims the Suburban went flying up the driveway at 5:30 and that it was Candus driving it. Not that she saw her, she just knew it was Candus driving her mother's truck that she calls a Suburban all the way through this clip until the very end when she says, oh, Grandis's truck. Well, which is it? Is it the Suburban or the Silverado? It can't be both ways. Look at her wiping her lips and pressing in at her mouth. Just like she tried to wipe her lips earlier and then she covered her mouth. She wants to hide and cover up everything that's coming out of her mouth. This is bad, Jody. This right here. I'd say this one is a killer. Like if there was a stream to really pick apart, this one says so much. She said Suburban at 5:30 and the silver Grandis at 6:09. Huh? Yes. Okay. No, but then at the end of this, she says she didn't mean the Suburban. She meant Candace Harris' truck. You'll hear it at the very end. But yes, McBro, you're right. Yes. 5:30, she says the Suburban. 6:09, Candace is coming down the driveway, according to Jody, in Candace Harris' truck.
And then if she's worried enough to call Dawn in, despite not looking over the property first. And then if she's worried enough to call Dawn in, despite not looking over the property first.
She says she was worried enough to call Dawn despite not looking over the property first. So Jody knows, and she's saying so, that she knows Candus did not look over her property. This is like the fourth time she said it.
Then why in the hell would she come back and then still not call?
Here we go. Why the hell would she come back and still not call the police? Come back from where? Come back from where? Thought she didn't go anywhere, Jody Sue. You said Candus didn't go anywhere. Why are you saying she came back from where did she come back from? You can't keep your lies straight, Jody. It's so bad. I've never seen such a bad liar in my life.
Police still not search the property. Would she come back and then still not call the police, still not search the property, and then come back off of there after 6:09 and run into me and then make the.
I feel like this is more than just knowing a little bit, right? Like guilty knowledge, a little bit guilty knowledge. This is like full knowledge of. She talks about Candus coming back again right here.
Call a few minutes after that. And make the calls a few minutes after that.
So now she admits that Candus made the calls to police a few minutes after she ran into Jody. So Jody, were you there when Candus threw the phone in the back of the truck? Because that's what you're saying here. Bye, T-Spursy, hon. I'm going to watch a replay tonight, and I'm so sorry I wasn't there last night. I was actually dealing with a weirdo online because there's so many, you know. They fall like pollen from the trees sometimes. Thank you so much for all your hard work, AZ, for real. You've been killing it over there. We appreciate you. Will someone drop T-Spiracy's link for me while she's on her way out? I want to make sure everybody subs up to her. Bye, babe.
As the property is finally being searched by others, the boys go down the left. I take the right along with the other neighbor. What the hell is all of that? Suburban. Like, what the hell is all of that? Suburban. All of that. Suburban. Tahoe, whatever the fuck that thing is.
Now she says Tahoe, whatever the fuck that thing is of her mom's. That would be a Silverado, Jody. A Silverado. So let me ask you guys something. Jody has always referred to Candus's mother's truck as what? Her mom's truck. Have you ever heard her refer to it as a Suburban? I haven't, not till March 14th. Now she calls it a Tahoe. Certainly not a Tahoe. Whatever the fuck she says. Okay. Whatever the fuck that thing is of her mom's. Yeah, he's working with me, Cotton Candy 65, didn't you know? Me and Green Eyes. Yeah. Let's really get her going. Who else is Green Eyes working for? Hold on. Green Eyes is working with, let's see, Muscles and Mascara, Lisa 54, Crispy Treat, McBo, Stage Sleuth. We know Green Eyes is working with you, girl, right? Let's see, who else? Dazed and Confused, Lippy. Yeah. It's a whole YouTube creator affair. Us and Green Eyes, Jody. Oh my God. She's so delusional. She really is. Like, I can't handle it. Every day it's a new, this is her distraction. She has to distract. Green Eyes is working with all the YouTube creators, blah, 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 blah. Like, get the fuck out of here. Jesus. No, Jody, that would be you. Your guilt is showing even when it comes to Green Eyes. She thinks we're all stupid. Has she figured out yet she's the one? It's not us.
Her mom's. Suburban. Tahoe, whatever the fuck that thing is. Her mom's. Suburban. Tahoe, whatever the fuck that thing is. Her mom's. It's heavier, it makes a different sound. But, I mean, whatever, damn.
It's heavier. It makes a different sound, she says.
Vehicle it is her mom drives, plus they have one lot, but it's green.
Then she says, whatever it is that her mom drives, plus they have one like that, but it's green. That would be the Suburban you've been talking about for the last 8 minutes. So the green one is a Suburban. It's on my thumbnail.
Her mom's is like that gold silverish color. That is what I hear hitting the driveway.
All right, so she says her mom's is that silver goldish color, and that's what I hear hitting the driveway. So she again explains she hears Candus's mother's truck hit the driveway at 5:30. March 14th, 2022. Jody Sue claims to have heard Candus Hare's truck hit the driveway of 110 Ben Hill Road.
Going up. Like hard. As I'm putting on clothes. But
It was going up hard as she was putting on clothes. "5:30, she says she was getting ready, putting on clothes, and that's when she heard Candus Hare's truck hit the driveway, going up really hard." She just left that out for 10 whole months. That's all. Nothing to see here. Smile and wave.
it's noise I'm used to. It's ones that's just meh, you know.
And it's one of the noises she's used to. Like, nah. So how'd you remember it? How do you know you're not getting confused? Like, how do you know if it's a noise you hear every day? Because I would totally be able to confuse my neighbor's car coming in or out with today and yesterday easily because it's so redundant, right? It's over and over and over. Groundhog Day. Okay? That's why they put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on birth control pills. Because if they didn't, you would forget if you took them the night before because it's something you do every day and you forget. I would really be curious to see how Jody would handle being on or standing trial. Can you imagine that? Kind of makes me a little bit giddy just thinking about it.
And I say because I'm told very early on by them that first calls are made at. I didn't think anything of it, right?
She says, I was told very early on. What were you told very early on? After the first calls. Hold on. It's going to echo for a second. Give me a minute. I don't feel like muting.
First calls are made at. I didn't think
I was told very early on. By then, the first calls are made, and I didn't think anything of it. No clue what she's referring to here. She's thinking of something in her head that she did not verbalize, I think. So she was told very early on before the first calls were made, and she didn't think anything of it. What that is, God only knows.
anything of it, right? And it's such a Man, you know, I don't. I don't.
And we're going to leave it right there. I got to go, guys. I'm so tired. I'm hungry. I'm cranky because I'm hungry. Tomorrow's Sunday. Let me look at the weather. I'll tell you if I'll be back or not. Hold on a minute. Let's see. What is the weather going to be tomorrow? Oh, it's going to be 81 and sunny, which means I won't be on YouTube. At least not until at night if I do come around. But so guys, what'd you think of the stream? Did you feel like you took something away from it? Like, do you feel a little bit more I don't know what the word would be. What do you guys feel like after watching this? Tell me real quick before I go. You're so welcome, Angela James. Fuck YouTube, go get some sun. Oh, T-board, I gotta get my backside before it's too late. And I'm tan on the front and white on the back. I'm gonna look like a freaking I have leprosy or something. Hold on. Eye opener for sure. She said she was told very early on that the first calls weren't even made yet. Is that what she said? She was told very early on that the first calls weren't even made yet. Okay. Okay, good catch, because I couldn't figure out what the hell she was saying. Guys, thank you so much. All my mods who show up day after day, sit through all this bullshit. And not only do they sit in my streams, they're behind the scenes brainstorming, watching, searching for answers, looking for timestamps, looking through old lives. Like, I feel so lucky, seriously, to have such good people around me. But most of all, like, for Summer. Summer is so not lucky, but she's so lucky too. You know, I wish she knew how many people cared about her. And like that 20% chance that she's out there, whatever the percentage might be, I hope one day she gets to see how loved she is. But if she doesn't, at least her brothers will know. So put some prayer hands in the chat for Summer and for her brothers, and have a good night, you guys. Much love to everybody. I'll catch you maybe tomorrow evening. Thank you for everyone who showed up and stayed and who keeps coming back over and over and over again. Ask the hard questions, put the content out that matters, and make sure you do not give up on Summer. We need justice for her. Julia Beach, yes, justice for Summer. There you go, right there. That's all I really care about. All right, I'll catch you on the flip side, and be good to each other. Stay away from all the crazies on YouTube. Be safe. Talk to you soon. Much love. Mwah.